We have CPI data followed by PPI data. Both came out slightly hotter than expected, which gave the market slight fuel to turn into bearish. And we have seen that initial selling. Both the CPI, PPI data, guys, this is news, but in Orca TKW system, we do not trade news. Why we do not trade news is because this is just a justification. News is just a justification for what already happened in the charts. And there is something comes first, and that is technical analysis. Technical analysis is going to show you what is going to happen in the charts. In TKW system, we also use support and resistance, we use Elliott wave thesis, and we use Fibonacci levels. These three tools combined together going to make you slightly easier to navigate this market. Today, we're going to talk about what are the levels to look out for and if we can catch a long order or not. Most traders will show you after they initiate their long or short orders, they're going to show you the unrealized PNL or the realized PNL. But I'm going to show you today what are the next levels to enter a long, because I'm already in a short from the top. So we are definitely going to look if there is a strength in the market. So we're definitely going to look for a long order. So let's jump in. So guys, this video might be slightly longer, and because there is a lot of information I have to discuss, a lot of alpha to give here. So treat it like a gold mine. If you are a regular viewer of this channel, you already know that I've been shorting from this zone over here. And that is also exactly at the point where you can see the indicator showed the red dot. That means a sell signal flashed in the indicator. This indicator I'm using for scalping and swing trade purpose. If you can see here, we had the red dot over here on this zone over here. That is also scalping trade. This is also a good trade. This is also a very good trade over here. And whenever we get bottoms, we get the green dots over here. And definitely you can get a green dot over here also. But this is a good move for the scalping. Why not? There is a, let's see how many percent over here. That is 5.8%. That is almost 6%. Why not? So scalping for swing trades, this is a very good indicator. And on the price action, if you can see, this is not a regular red and green candles. They are also sentiment indicators. So if the market is in max fear, the color shows here in green is the indicator where the market is in max fear. And combined below indicator here, this one with the green dot is a good signal to get into a long order. And that is also working with the same on this euphoria or max greed in the market, and also combined with the bottom indicator over here. If we have a red signal, then it's a signal to sell. Let's check a few other scenarios where we can see in the market, where we can find exact top over here. If you can see with the red dot on the indicator down, that is the buy and sell signal and indicator, and this is where you could sell. You could sell here, you could sell here. So every time you get this red dot, this is the part where you can sell, and the greens are showing you to buy. Yeah. So this is one of the area where you can buy, also with the green dot down with the green on the sentiment. Let's go and check other scenarios. You can see here also. You can see here, you can see here, and the red dots are on top. It's working very good on the 4-hourly time frame over here. Okay, let's check the market bottom. We have the market bottom here, and perfect, guys. You see, down we have the green dot, and on the top we have green signal, max fear signal. This is where you can get into long. So let's get back to the current price action, and I'm going to disable this indicator right now, because this is not only the tool where I use them to take my decision as a long or short order. As I said in the beginning, I use Elliott wave thesis, I use support and resistance, and I use fib levels. So combined with these three tools, if my indicator is also flashing buy or sell signal, I'm going to go for it. And these indicators now they are still in the development stage. We have started like 2 weeks ago, and once they are tested and the testing has passed, I'm going to make it available for public as well. So now getting that indicator away from the chart, let's discuss where we can get into a long order. So for that, we will have to get into lower time frame. But I want to first explain for the regular viewers, we already know these drawings over here in the chart. But if you're a new viewer, I'm going to explain that we are in this ABC correction to the upside. I have placed this C over here because this is the maximum target for this C correction. And if you can see, we have this orange, blue, and yellow, these fib levels, fib extension targets. And they are actually from, okay, let's talk about this orange zone. This is from A, this is the top of A, and we have B over here, and that's the C over here. C could be finishing over here around 1618, that is 85K zone. Now about this blue color. The A finishes over here, sorry, the A doesn't finish over here, A finishes here, and then the B, and then we have the C target to the upside, which is 91K. Now, this yellow zone is just nothing but a fib extension from this C leg. It's an internal wave taken from this bottom of 2 to this top 3, and then we had a flat correction to the 4. So 2 bottom, 3 top, 4 bottom as this fib extension, and then we have these targets over here. Okay, so once we are clear with that, we are going to zoom in and check the C leg only for this analysis. In our previous videos, we talked about we are being in this ending diagonal over here. So I will take out this parallel chain because ending diagonal doesn't really play out. It can be parallel chain, but also can be expanding parallel chain, or it could be contracting parallel chain. But what is important to pay attention over here is these, after finishing this fourth wave over here, this is the finished fourth wave, then we get an ABC correction to the upside, another ABC to the downside. This is not ABC, this can be a WXY, and then followed by another ABC to the upside, and I'm expecting a WXY to the downside. So where we could get a long order, guys, over here, this we will have to use few tools to understand when the price action can find a bottom. First, I'm going to use the volume profile from this fourth bottom here to the top of this third leg, and find out where is the value area high and value area low and the point of control. If you can see that we are exactly bouncing from this value area high at the moment. Okay, we have got a test over here, then we got a rejection, not the rejection, we got a support, and we tested this trend line over here, and now we are rejecting from that zone. POC comes around 77.5, 77.6K, and we have a value area low that is 75.8K. In my previous video, I talked about these two areas over here being the support around 74.9K and 73.6K zone. Okay, so these are the supports, and if we break this support to the downside, then we are gonna get BTC for big discount, guys. So let's delete those lines from the chart, and now we got a correction of a WXY from this top over here, from the first top to the A and to the B wave to the upside around 1618. You can see over here, this is that 1618 zone around 75.3K, and we have tested that zone. Then we have bounced. We got an ABC to the upside. Okay, so 1618, you have to remember this. I'm going to clear the chart because there are too many lines and I don't want you to confuse with those lines. So if we take this top over here as a fib extension and check, this is a A finishing, and this finishes B wave to the upside, and what we are doing right now is we are bouncing at that 1-to-1 zone. If you can see here, this is the 1-to-1 zone, 78.7K, and that is also comes exactly to the value area high of this volume profile. So what is the next tool which we can use to understand if we have bottomed or not? We use fib levels. From the top over here, from this top to the recent bottom, which is number 2 of the ending diagonal wave. So that comes around, if you can see, this was the 50% zone over here. And this was the 50% zone over here. Okay, we have initially tested that one, and then we got a slight reaction, and now we are going down. Okay, so POC comes around 1-to-1 area, 1272 area, and that is also on the fib levels 0.382 zone, and in this POC comes around 77.5K, and the next support is over here, that is value area low, that is 75.7K. Our support, the maximum we can go around this zone, which I already talked about, 74.9K, 74.9K, and 73.6K over here. This we cannot touch, guys, okay? So where we can get next drop, if we pay, we have already checked here that this was testing 1618. So if this one also testing 1618, that comes around 76.4K. That is also another level of fib levels, which is 0.236, and that is aligning, you know, this 1618 also aligning around this area. This is a perfect place to go for a long with a stop loss, and if the price takes out this low, then you are not going to lose any money, but you are gonna wait for the next setup, and that is the POC. And the POC comes around 1272 of the fib extension over here, and also 0.382 of the Fibonacci levels. And if you're gonna get a long order over here and the price gets initial reaction and then also takes out that one, then the next level is going to be this 1618 zone. This is not a financial advice. This is what I'm doing in the market, guys. So I'm just explaining how I look into the entry levels. These are my entry levels, and followed by, if I can get a green dot over here in my indicator, after checking all of these tools over here and I get a green dot down, I'm going to initiate my long order. Also, plus I'm going to check the sentiment candles over here. If I can get green candle, then definitely it's going to be a long trade for me. And from there, the market can decide if it wants to go higher or it wants to go lower. According to me, there must be another high, which is the fifth wave, the final wave to the upside. And I'm not going to take profit of this short from here. Definitely, I have got my red signal over here, the red dot print, but I'm not going to take profit from this. I'm going to let the market decide which way it wants to go. If it goes higher, I'm going to stopped out with this short order, because I'm going to get stopped out, but I'm not going to be in any loss. Even the fees of the trade are going to be waived off, because I have kept my stop loss just below my entry. So just below my entry, because this is a short order. Okay, so if it reaches around 82.200, I'm going to be even making maybe $10-15 from this, because it's not going to deduct any fees from my order. And from here, if it just keep going down, then my short will print. And that's it, guys. That's the update for today. And if you like this type of content, like and subscribe, so YouTube can promote this type of content to other traders or investors. And especially like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the important analysis when I will post next time. So trade safe, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.